What's going on, guys? FaZe Ninjask here, coming at you with Ninjask episode 2, and it's been about 2 months since I released the first episode, but I figured in order to stay active on my channel, I would start releasing these at a more constant pace. And if you haven't checked out the first one, be sure to do that because it's probably one of the best videos I've made. It's an IRL that I did with SoaR Smitteh, and it's a dual Q&A, so be sure to check that out. Link is in the description and also on your screen, so click that annotation to go watch that first before you come watch this. So now on to episode 2. I do want to start doing these more often, so I'm going to have only about 15 questions each episode. So let's get started with that. And okay, number 1. Tyrone asks, #Ninjask, will you be editing after you finish high school? I don't think I will be editing while I finish high school, at least not COD, because I'll be editing probably like real life films. I want to start getting into my actual career dream, which would be cinematography, so I would start merging into actually editing small films that I probably will upload to YouTube. This is probably going to be my medium to getting it out there and to get me higher in that standard. So yeah, I will be editing, just not Call of Duty, because I just want to focus on what my actual future will be. Next question, Omega Time asks, when did you start editing? I started editing 3 years ago, actually, whenever I became the leader of my very first team, which was Vex Gaming. And basically what happened was I joined the team at around 40 subscribers, and a week later the leader left, and since I was the one with the most YouTube experience at the time in the team, I became the leader, and I was also like the most experienced with editing, so I actually had to start editing all of our team episodes, and that's pretty much what got me started into editing. And I really liked it. I liked it more than I did playing because I rarely ever hit clips. And so yeah, started from there. Then eventually I got into SoaR, then FaZe, and that's a story for another video, but yeah, that's how it goes. Twen asks, what is your first gamertag? And this is actually one that I'm pretty proud of because I didn't have a really stupid gamertag like most people usually do. They start Xbox at around 11 or 12 years old, so their first gamertag is usually something like XXX, quick scopes, XXX, 42, 69, 420, you know. So luckily that wasn't me, and I actually started whenever like I had an actual username that I based everything like on all of my accounts on, like YouTube and everything, and that was PKM Ninja. And honestly, I love it because you know, my first gamertag was PKM Ninja, and my YouTube, my Facebook fan page, my Instagram, and my Twitter is all PKM Ninja. So next question, number 4, Rack asks, how many fingers am I holding up? 7. Gut Spirit asks, how do you choose the songs for your edits? #Ninjask. This is actually a pretty interesting question because I actually have like a lot of different ways that I get my songs from. A lot of the times I ask the player if they have any song that they would want, that they would prefer in the edit. So it's not really up to me those times, but other times whenever I'm free to use whatever song I want, so long as it's uncopyrighted, I usually either just know the artist and I start looking up songs for those artists and remixes for those artists' songs and stuff like that, and I just go exploring from there, link after link, just listening to a bunch of different songs. I spend a lot of time on this actually. And if not there, I do that on YouTube, and if not there, then I go on SoundCloud and go into the Explore tab and start listening to a bunch of electronic music of different styles and stuff, just to try to find some type of like sound that I like, and then just start like going from there. There's also different YouTube channels that I go on to try and find songs, one of them being Liquidity, or also Mr. Suicide Sheep is a really good one. I'll actually link a few different sites or channels to find songs on in the description, just to help out some of you guys, because I know that that's a really big issue. Even for like a lot of editors, like finding songs is just a problem a lot of the times. So I'll do that. And next question, #Ninjask. This was asked by Kathy, by the way. Kathy Hanya, but something like that. I don't even know. I think it's Asian. Anyways. What made you begin to game? What was your first game in console? This takes me back like ages, because it was like so long ago, but I am fairly sure it was Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64, which was my first console. I remember ever since then I was glued to Nintendo. Like, it was just the best like gaming company. I didn't even care about PlayStation or Xbox at the time. I just started from there with Super Mario 64 and Paper Mario and what else? Super Smash Brothers, if you guys remember that. Some of you might be a little too young for that, but yeah, that was just like an amazing time. I love Nintendo. And I actually bought a 3DS a few weeks ago just so I could get the new Pokemon game, Pokemon X. So that's actually really beast. I still love Nintendo. And it was only until 7th grade that I started getting into Xbox and more into like Call of Duty and Halo and stuff like that. So yeah, that answers that. Number 7. How much do you like the Pokemon Ninjask? I know back then it was one of my favorites. Also, what's your favorite Pokemon? Ninjask is actually a really good Pokemon. I'm not just saying that because it's my name, but I did use Ninjask a long time ago because he was just like, I was obsessed with like ninjas whenever I was younger. Like, they were just the coolest thing. So that's actually part of the reason that I made my name PKM Ninja, because it's actually supposed to be, if you guys didn't know this, then it's actually like a combination of Pokemon and Ninja. Like, PKMN is the Pokemon and then Ninja is the Ninja, so Pokemon Ninja. And so from that, I started getting, I wanted like an actual logo to represent me. So then I used Ninjask because I remember even like back then whenever I played like Pokemon Emerald, I think it was, I used Ninjask and he was actually one of my best Pokemon. I trained him so much, got him to level 100 and everything, and it was just like amazing. And so a lot of people think that like he's really bad, but they probably just don't know how to use him. But yeah, it's definitely one of my top Pokemon of all time. What's my favorite Pokemon? I would say Charizard. I know Charizard's like really mainstream, but it's just because it's Charizard. Like, it's just really, like, he's awesome. You honestly can't get any more original than Charizard. Like, that's just first generation, you know, just amazing. So next question, number 8. Maka asked me, #Ninjask, does editing ever get boring? If so, how do you stay motivated? This is actually a really interesting question also, because it's actually like also a really big problem that editors have nowadays, and honestly since the beginning of editing. But yeah, it does get boring for me a lot, and I know it does get boring for a lot of FaZe and SoaR and Obey and whatever editors. Everyone gets bored of editing if they don't pace themselves. That's the biggest issue, because a lot of the times they just try to go like hours of editing, you know, just hours and hours of just straight editing without stopping. And the only reason you would really do that is if you were like about to miss a deadline for an edit. But honestly, if you just pace yourself, then you should stay pretty motivated. And I usually always think about like why I'm doing the edit, like who am I doing this for, what will I get from it, you know. Like, it's just really nice to see like I always try to think of like some creative ideas in the edit. Like, if I start getting bored, I'll start up a different composition and start like messing around with some cool new effects, or try to like form something out of that, and then eventually, if it turns out to be good, I actually include that in the actual edit. So that's actually pretty nice. That's a good way. That's a good way to actually start like expanding your editing and getting more creative, just like messing around, combining effects, and just making it look good. So that does keep me motivated. And also I take breaks a lot, and yeah, just pace yourself, start doing different things, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Number 9, #Ninjask, what are your plans for the future editing wise? Asked by Strife, by the way. And my plans for the future editing wise are pretty simple. Honestly, I just plan to edit for FaZe a lot, just episodes and different montages for them and everything, and teamtages, maybe even Ilcam sometime in the near future if I'm allowed, but that would be an honor to do. But anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much my focus right now, just editing for FaZe, because I know that a lot of people, like, it's actually really sad to see, but I can't, like, no FaZe member can ignore it. Like, it's really sad to see those people that just waste opportunities in FaZe, that don't even care about it. And honestly, this is just an unreal opportunity for me, and I'm not one to waste opportunities, so I'm definitely going to take advantage of this and do just absolute work for FaZe. Like, I'm just gonna do a lot, as much as I can, help them out in every way possible. And obviously I'm still gonna help SoaR out because they were my old clan. So anyways, yeah, just gonna focus on FaZe and their montages and team tages and stuff like that. So that'll be awesome to see in the near future. Number 10, hashtag Ninjask. If you could, would you join OpTic? And God, I hope you say no. Ask my live sniping. No, I would never join OpTic, especially in the condition they're in now after they dropped the entire team, basically. Like, I don't know how this is even a question, but no, it's not. Number 11, hashtag Ninjask. Ask by Honor Dibgo. How did you deal with hate before you got noticed in the community? This is a really good question, actually, because I never, in my experiences, like, I've had a lot of experiences in the community since I started, like, I don't know, maybe 3.5 years ago, but I don't think I ever got too much hate from that many people. And whenever you do, the main thing, I know it sounds really cheesy, but you have to follow Temper's, like, life-altering quote of ignore hate, promote peace, because honestly, it's really true. Think about it as, like, this is the internet. No one cares about what you say to another person, you know, like, they don't care if they tell you that you're, like, horrible or awful or whatever. Like, you're not, they know you're not going to do anything about it. So because of that, you have to try to, like, at least get some respect out of people. So by doing that, you can actually, like, talk to them and have an actual decent conversation with them. And pretty much don't hate back. If someone hates on you, don't hate back. That's the number one, like, mistake I see people do. Like, why would you respond to him with and, like, insult him even more? And so pretty much dealing with hate, it's a tough issue that people have, but honestly, just be nice to people, be respectable, and if they hate, there's usually a reason behind that hate. So try to ask them, like, in a polite manner. Like, be like, yo dude, why are you hating on my videos? Like, what's your reasoning? Like, if they have criticism, you should take that criticism. If there's a reason, like, outside of criticism, then try to, like, work with them to resolve it, you know? So try to just basically just be a good person. Like, I know it's the internet and you don't really care, but just basically try to be a nice person to everyone that you come across. Next question, Maz asks, does people paying for edits motivate, or the exact opposite? It actually does the exact opposite, and I will tell you why. A lot of people usually think that editors, they get a lot of money because, oh, they edit for money, you know, they can do an edit pretty fast, and, you know, people pay a lot for edits. But honestly, it's not, most of the time for a lot of people, it's not worth the time to edit something for, what, about $50 to $100. Like, I know it may seem like a lot for a lot of you, but honestly, I don't think it's that motivating to do an edit that I'm going to spend like a week on, because that's how long it usually takes me. It usually takes me like about 2 weeks to do a normal edit, like a FaZe edit or something. So taking like 1 to 2 weeks to do like a paid edit, and it's only for like $50 to $100, like, that's not that worth it to me. Like, that's less than a day's work, honestly, for most people. So I rather, like, I mean, sometime in the near future I would like to get a job, like an actual job, and I would be earning a lot more. But, you know, it's just like, it doesn't really motivate me at all, and it's just so boring to do. So that's the reason why I and a lot of people, like, in top teams don't do paid edits, because it's not really like a really good source of income based on, like, the amount of money we're getting and the amount of effort we're putting in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question, number 13. Bio Envy asks, why did you let heroin take over your life? And it's because I got clips, I sent them to an editor, and I never got them back in an edited format, and I got bioed. Luke asks, what was your first big edit, and what did you use to edit it with? My first big edit, I would consider it to be SoaR Style 11, probably because it was just the first big team taj, like, it was the first SoaR Style I ever edited in SoaR. they actually trusted me with the password to SoaR so I could upload it, and that was actually really like awesome, because at the time like it showed that like they put a lot of trust in me, and ever since like I've put in so much of my time into SoaR, and that pretty much started me up. Like SoaR in Style 11 was just the beginner to start me up into the actually like big known life, I guess you could say. Not really, but SoaR in Style 11 for sure. If not that, then Primacy would also be another really insane montage that I edited the next year for SoaR Perza, and that was a really good edit at the time, for me at least. And yeah, that was just awesome. SoaR in Style 11, and I did edit it with After Effects, by the way. Most of my edits were edited with After Effects. There's only like maybe 1 or 2 edits I've done in Sony Vegas, and that's probably the edits I do that are like an OG kind of style. So yeah, it's usually After Effects. Okay, so last set of questions, number 15. These are all asked by Zeska, and I'm actually going to do a speed run of these, try to answer them as fast as I can. So we'll see how this goes. And okay. Favorite person on Twitter, SoaR. Favorite thing to do outside of Xbox, chill. Favorite player in FaZe, Rug, Swan, or any of the SoaR people that joined FaZe. Favorite flavor of ice cream, mint chocolate chip. Are you satanic? No. Favorite edit of yours, the N 2.0. Favorite video on YouTube, this video. Click the screen or look in the description to go watch it. Favorite edit of all time, Awakening or Reflection, Mink's part because he's a god. Favorite Pokemon, probably Charizard or Ninjask, either one of the two, honestly, because they're epic. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this episode of Ninjask and Ninjask. And yeah, that was 15 questions. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. I'll do another one of these in maybe like next week, or I don't know, in a while. I'll put these out pretty often because they do seem to get like a good response and good feedback. Make sure you like and comment on this video, by the way, if you enjoyed it, because that's like the #1 thing that motivates me, seeing that like a lot of you guys enjoy watching it. Just putting like a smiley face or something. If you literally just put a smiley face on my videos, I'll be so happy. I'll just say, oh wow, that guy actually enjoyed it. You know what I mean? So take the time to do that, please, because I put effort into these videos, and yeah, I'll start being more active again. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, see you guys in the next episode of Ninjask. Peace.